We live in what's known as the Twin Tiers, where southern New York meets northern Pennsylvania, where there's also a rich, diverse history.
This area was primarily settled by members of the Haudenosaunee, or the Iroquois, specifically the Seneca. So a lot of names are Senecan origin. But this area was also settled by Algonquin-speaking refugees, and so there are also a lot of Delaware names. So, for example, Chemung is a Delaware name. It means big horn because they kept finding mammoth tusks in the river.
Here in the Twin Tiers, it's important to remember that we live on what used to be Native American land, where they settled and created tools and jewelry like the artifacts right behind me. And even the basics behind American democracy can be tied to Native American culture.
They elected their leaders and had a council that made decisions for the collective in addition to what was going on at the individual village levels. So a lot of the basics behind the American Democracy and Federalist Project actually come from looking at how the Haudenosaunee Confederacy worked.
Dworkin says to learn more about this rich history during Native American Heritage Month, you can read books by Native American authors and help Native communities out west hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic.
They were pushed off their land by war and by treaty. This land belonged to the Seneca, belonged to the Delaware. It belonged to the tribes.
For 18 News, I'm Elise Kim.